Welcome to another round of Dueling with Mikaus. This is a very low-key look at the end tables, out tables that I made for my table saw. So the problem that I'm trying to solve here is for large pieces of wood like plywood, you tend to have a large surface area that the wood can sit on, and then you can push it through. And what I found earlier is I don't have that. My table saw is portable, and it's very hard to push large pieces of plywood through this when you don't have outfeed tables. So what I did is, what I was doing is using a stool with some wood on top of it, but they kept falling over. So I was going to make my own custom home solution of these small end tables that go to the left and the back of my table saw. So you can see I'm cutting 2x4s, changing up vacuum bags, and then I ran into a problem when I was cutting the 2x4s, so I switched out my table saw blades for something a little coarser to see if that would help, which it did. And then what I end up doing is I'm gluing and clamping little tiny cut pieces together and making the frame for these little end tables. I did glue the end grain, and I didn't do the sealing that you tend to do, where you like rub the glue along one side and you let it dry and then you glue. So that meant when I went to go when I unclamped it and went to go screw it, that it just fell apart anyways. It's a little waste of time, that's fine. I did manage to finish all four, and then I realized that I had no way to connect them together. So I then cut a separate support using different kind of wood. That's what I had laying around. Screwed them all together, glued and clamped, and then put the top piece on and screwed those down. Now, I did get to use it, these two end tables, and they're done, but they are not heavy enough to sit still when a piece of wood goes over them, so they sort of just fall over. So the future addition to these pieces is to add a cement block to the bottom. And that's it. So, not super successful, but there you go.